Christmas special of our own now.
Sort of.
We like to think of ourselves as one big happy family. But take us out of the studio into a kitchen, things get a little heated.
We've been pitched against Bill and Sian in the Great Breakfast Bake Off. It's our version of the hit TV show, and this is round 2.
Ding ding.
4 breakfast television presenters remain in the Great Breakfast Christmas Bake Off.
Oh, this looks shocking.
After yesterday's catastrophe for Bill and Sian,
It's raw.
have they got what it takes to beat Charlie and Susanna?
If they get ahead of us, there'll be blood on the kitchen floor.
Well, I could do with half of your egg.
Winning is everything, that's all that counts.
And says one Satsuma.
I don't really mean that.
I don't mean that, I'm
You
just
don't
saying.
even look like you mean it.
Once again, they'll be judged by acclaimed master baker Paul Hollywood.
They could surprise me, but to be honest, I doubt it.
They've pushed themselves to the limit.
That's got to be hysterical.
But there can be only one winner.
The winner is... Welcome, bakers, to day 2 of your own Christmas bake-off. For me, I have one team in front at the moment, and I would say quite comfortably. So, it's all to play for on this one. There's 2 bakes, one is a mince pie, and one is a devil food cupcake. Now, each person within your team is going to make one or the other. Ready, steady, bake. Right, guys, who's doing what here?
I'm going to do the cupcakes.
Shall I do the mince
And
pies?
you do the mince pie.
I'm on the mince pies.
Quite tricky.
Are they? Why'd you make it tricky?
I've never made mince pie. But you've never made cupcakes.
I've never made either of them.
Do not overwork the sweet pastry. That's all I'm saying, all right?
He says things that don't make any sense.
As Bill and Susanna start their cupcakes, Charlie and Sian are having Satsuma issues.
Satsuma? Satsuma?
Add the satsumas.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
So that.
Why would you put a satsuma in a mince pie?
And it says one satsuma.
I think it's just going to be bitty and horrible. I'm going to forget that. Don't tell him.
But I saw what you did.
I was-
You dropped the whole one in there. With skin.
Listen, I don't want to be pedantic, but if it says add the satsuma,
Yeah.
I'm going to add the satsuma. +1.
Roll out the pastry to 3 millimetres. What's 3 millimetres in old money? Is that ½ an inch, is it?
What did Paul say? Do not overwork the pastry.
Well, a centimetre is about that much. That much. 3 millimetres, about that much.
It stuck to
Now look what you
the
did.
bench.
Master baker Paul Hollywood seems particularly anxious about the mince pies.
Mince pies for me are a trademark. It's the recipe I've used for years.
Is that too thick? Don't chuck it back like that, disparagingly.
3 millimetres.
Very tricky to get that sweet paste right. If you overwork it, they end up like rubber. If you underwork it, it just crumbles.
Blind, look at this. He went, just chucked it, didn't he? So rude. So rude.
While Sian and Charlie are lost in a repetitive miasma of pastry hell, Bill and Susanna have mixed their cupcakes and spend the rest of the time fighting.
I've stolen Bill's spatula.
Oh, look at me, I've done my icing already.
I see these are mine. These are actually mine.
Why have you stolen my cupcakes?
I'm not. These are the ones on the left.
They
These
are
mine.
my
No.
cupcakes.
These are the ones on the left. Don't you start. These are my cupcakes. We're one big happy family here on breakfast.
Bakers, you have 5 minutes left to complete your task. 5 minutes.
No, you
All right,
start,
Bill?
but just-
5 minutes?
Just
Bill?
do it like that.
5 minutes?
Yeah, where? That looks great. I would eat that. Very good.
Nice, look at that. Blobby.
Oh, look at them, look.
Oh, yeah.
Look at them, look. I've gone with the peaks. Have a quick look over there, see what they do. Look at that, gorgeous.
Bill's covering the whole thing.
Okay.
Bakers, your time is up. Please step away from your cupcakes.
You do it.
Paul Hollywood will now judge each baker's offering. Charlie and Susanna did well with yesterday's Yule log. But with 2 challenges being judged, there is still all to play for.
Bill and Sean.
Yes.
They actually look quite nice. I like the look of those. They're consistent, they're all the same size, but at the end of the day, it's down to the taste as well.
Yes.
We'll start with the mince pie. Lovely flaky pastry. The knife just drops through.
That looks delicious.
That's a nice thing. That's beautiful. Oh. It's very good. Oh. It crumbles, it melts in the mouth, it does what it should do.
Oh,
right.
Divine.
It's cooked all the way through.
Like it.
Flavours coming through in the sponge well. The frosting on the top is good as well. But overall, I think they're both extremely good. Well done. Charlie, your mince pies.
Can I just say, though, Paul, that you've got lovely eyes. I've always thought that. Like Hollywood eyes, really.
When you actually did it correctly, you got it. The problem is you didn't do it correctly. This one is, well, a mess, to be honest.
I think we just get rid of this one, don't we? Look.
Do you want to have a look at
The secret to good baking.
Here's one I've chosen at random.
Fantastic. This one's burnt.
Let's get rid of that one.
This one's got a satsuma sitting on the top.
Okay, look.
And this one's burnt. So it's all about consistency. But let's look at your cupcake. It's got a good bake. Frosting looks nice. Nice piping.
Oh no, that's not the right consistency.
Yeah, I like that. The frosting's good. It could have come out the oven a couple of minutes earlier. But overall, it was tricky. You did it in a very short space of time. You've never done anything like this before. So all of you, well done. Well done.
Thank you. Well done.
Paul must now decide who will win the Christmas Breakfast Bake-Off.
Sean, she was fantastic. She had a lovely way with that pastry. She rolled it out beautifully. And the filling, the bake, the look, very, very good. Bill, I love Bill. Bill had his way of doing things, and he stuck to it. Whether it was right or wrong was almost immaterial to him, and most of the time it was ironically wrong. Susanna's pretty good. There's a background knowledge to Susanna, and I think she's done quite well bringing that knowledge to the table today. So you need to... Charlie in the kitchen, nice little bunch, is essentially a nightmare. But I reckon if he got it nailed properly, he'd do extremely well. I don't care whether they agree with me or not, I have a winner.
They've beaten, whisked, rolled, folded, fought, laughed and baked. It's decision time.
First of all, guys, well done. I think you've done exceptionally well under very difficult circumstances. Now, before I give you my winning team, special commendation to Susanna. I think you did extremely well. Well done. But the winner of the BBC Breakfast Christmas Bake Off is Bill and Sean.
Oh, hey, well done.
Well
You pulled it out the bag.
Congratulations.
Well done, you
done.
It was a very close contest.
You're my winner.
It's
very kind of you to say.
Great pastry.
But Bill and Sean, fair play.
Well done.
They cooked an inedible dish and they won. Nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
Well,
Well
thank
done,
you.
mate.
Thank you so much.
You did well. Well done, Sean.
And I think we were a bit lucky, thanks to Charlie. And I'll always be grateful to him for that.
Charlie, never go anywhere near my baby.
Maybe we should try cooking sour grapes. Do you think it'll work for him?
I think Bill, Sean and you all did very well.
I think you were the most entertaining in the kitchen.
Messiest.
I could do with a mince pie right now, couldn't
So
you?
could I. It's that time, isn't it?